Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Ryan George Fair. So I'm only going to be making videos on Facebook and not on YouTube anymore. My dad just left for work, and then he's going over to Margie Rubishow's house when he gets off work today. It's 6:16 a.m. I have my friend is over. 11 months ago, I had a girlfriend with black hair. That's on my Ryan George Fair Instagram. That's Tourette syndrome in my neck. I have ticks. I feel them here. And then sometimes with knives, I dig into my sides with my fingernails. Um, I have paranoid schizophrenia, OCD, autism, Tourette's, bipolar disorder. And the disability office approved my disability in 4 weeks. And even though I'm a paranoid schizophrenic at any given time, there are always 20 people around me that are real, and 30 of them that don't like me. And then sometime in 2020, my black friend died from COVID. I make 800 a month in disability. And my dad puts the money on my card every month. Um, Ever since I was 16, I've been stalked by this woman named Vicky that made this slander page about me when I was a minor. She's weird, and she made fun of a man who had AIDS. She's sick, and I'm glad that she has an illness. She's a selfish, evil bitch. And like I said, I had 5 girlfriends in my alternate school, named Alicia, Brooke, Tanya, Nadia, and Sabrina. And then a girlfriend with black hair 10 months ago. Down there, I'm like 8 inches. And I've had sex with, I fingered Alicia. Brooke Dirks, my second girlfriend, gave me a blowjob, and then I fingered my 5th girlfriend, Sabrina LaRochelle. I had sex with my girlfriend with black hair. I did things with a girl named Cabby. There are a lot of times where I see my dad cut food with weapons, like knives. So I believe in a god and a goddess with my schizophrenia. See, that's what got my disability approved so quickly. Was the fact that my life is very cruel. At any point, I can appear on this slander page made by this woman who's been stalking me ever since I was a minor. And I could make a girlfriend from the time until I was 24 until I was 30. Or 29. 24 until I was 29. I just went without sex. And then when I was, let's see, I figured Alicia when I was, 15. Brooke gave me a blowjob when I was 16. I liked a mixed girl named Kelly that played the violin that was black and Hispanic. But Kelly didn't like me, and then I asked out a girl named Cindy. I feel as if I'm not gay or bisexual. Even though on one day when I was 14, I did things with a boy named Brian. I had one boyfriend when I was 16 until I was 20. And then I did things with a boy named Kelly only on one day when I was 21. And it's been 4 years since I talked to my ex-boyfriend. And it's been, and once every 10 or 11 months, I have a conversation with Kelly only on one day. Even though I did that, I don't feel as if I'm gay or bi. I just do things with males when I can't find love with females. At any point, I can appear on the slander page made by this woman who's been stalking me since I was 16. And I just got tired of it, and it's like they qualified my disability in 4 weeks. And even if I'm not in a psychosis, Margie and Jeanette are always real. And so is Jared that I unfriended. And my friend John Powell that talks crap about people. And my friend Storms Wilder, Jeff McCaney, that is a coincidence person. I don't know. I have a black rabbit. This is my black rabbit. Say hi, Midnight. She's my therapy rabbit that my dad got for me when they qualified my disability sometime when I was 7. Well, no, they qualified my disability when I was 22. Or 23. Alright, time to go back in your cage. Alright, this is going on 9 minutes and 13 seconds. I'm just smoking my tobacco. I should be getting my disability money on the 5th or the 6th of the month. And I should be getting $800. Like I said, I have a social security number, and the disability office approved my disability in 3 weeks. Or 4 weeks, and I rightfully qualified, and they always give me the money, and Social Security knows that I'm disabled, and they give me the money, and the disability office and I was on a treatment team, and things like that, and they worked with Social Security to qualify my disability, and my dad, George, handles all my money in my bank account, But in 2020, he was playing with my money. He would punch me in the face, and I was attacked by him. He was feeding into my psychosis by punching me in the face, and we argue all the time, so I don't like my dad, George, very much. I only live with him until I find somewhere else to go. But I should be hopefully moving somewhere else. My best friend is a boy named James. And I'm trying to see if maybe Faye's son on here will be my other best friend. Growing up, I like black people more than white people, and there are, I have Kaja, Anaja, Abria, and DJ are 4 of my stepsister's black children. And one of my black friends died from the coronavirus. I've been hearing voices in my head. Ever since I was 20 or 21. I deal with tactile hallucinations. And I'm able to prove that these people are real. And people can meet them and interact with them even though I have paranoid schizophrenia. Like I said, my dad is going over to Margie Rubishow's house today, and Josh Knight, that used to watch the Roll Aid videos, and Black Girl World knew about Margie, who calls herself, or great granddad Gigi and Jeanette Spangler. And then my dad, George, has a girlfriend named Margie Rubishow who calls herself Gigi, and her sister is named Jeanette. I go over to Margie Rubishow's house sometimes. And then, like I said, there's a cherry boy that looks like Billy Wesley Fouts from the Shirley Zone. There's also Jasmine and Brandy, who are real. But they're light-skinned girls. There is also Damon Winning that I have conversations with while he's in jail, and this damn Reckley boy that is not. And see, these people are not fake, false, or photoshopped accounts. They are real. So I told people that I believe in a God and a dark goddess. And I'm Wiccan as my religious belief, and my religion, my voices, my schizophrenia, my OCD, my autism, my bipolar disorder, got my disability approved, in 4 weeks. And I make $800 a month in disability. And my dad handled all my disability stuff. And I live under his roof, in Maryland. But I plan to move out of Maryland and live somewhere else. And this Wonder Bread person, is Marjorie, my stalker, since I was 16 years old. And she thinks she's a friendly psychic person when she's a huge fat cunt that only cares about herself. And no, I'm not going to stop talking about her on my Facebook because it's because of her that I've been in 3 psychoses, and I feel it's because of her that I've had a seizure from my Tourette's. And this is going, but I'm okay now. I'm getting ready to make some, this is going on 14 minutes. I'm getting ready to upload another show on Facebook in a little bit. It's 6:29 a.m. and it's 8:29/2022. And my camera says 13:45. Everybody's good. Much love and peace to everybody from Ryan George Fair. I'm in a good mood. My friend is sleeping. I'm going to play my Sims 4, which is Ryan Aliendo. And like I said, my dad just went for work. And maybe I can get a job. I did work in an alcohol store for a bit. Manuel from BHH added me. And some people think that I'm not the real Ryan George Fair, even though I am. Because people for years assumed Ryan George Fair wasn't real and didn't have issues like Tourette syndrome, bipolar, Tourette, schizophrenia, autism, OCD, bipolar, and autism, and I am real. And Ryan George Fair is not the boy with black hair and green eyes on the Ryan George Fair ripoff report made by my stalker named Vicky when I was 16. I don't know, she's weird. And she has no life. And I have a lot of friends because I was one of the most popular boys in my alternative school. And it was the funnest years of my life, and then I went to another alternative school. And like I said, I've had sex, and I have friends that I see in person, and Vicky, my stalker, since I was 15 or 16, only has internet friends. And this is going on 15 minutes. I'm in a good mood. I'm going to upload another Facebook video in a bit. I'm going to make some coffee and play with my rabbit. Try and see if I can find the turtle. Maybe show off a rabbit and turtle video in a little bit. Much love and peace to everybody from Ryan George Fair.